Have you ever set a geocache out and everything goes along fine for 4 years and then you get some DNFs and you don't remember where it is? Yeah, that's happened. So I go to my wife and she doesn't remember it.
Somebody hides it better than they found it.
We're going to talk about that. So you have to revisit your geocaches and leave them feeling new. If this sounds familiar, I just took it off the gc.com. Let me paint a mental picture. It's a cold, dark, rainy, frostbitten, locust-infested night. And all other nights, your geocache waits, hoping for intrepid explorers to sign the logbook. But if your geocache is lonelier than you expected, it might ultimately be waiting for a very special someone. And that would be you, to maintain it. Geocaches don't just require maintenance. Some may need more. Some may need some tender loving care. If your geocache isn't getting the found it after found it logs you think it deserves, there are options to help increase the find count. Rewrite the description. Be creative, add some humor, local insight, update a few pictures to the page as Jim just talked about. If you're not fundamentally changing the experience, choose a sturdier container or add a splash of personality to your geocache, and this will help cultivate favorite points and lead more people to your adventure. Double check your coordinates, as Janet talked about. People might be trying to find your geocache, but are led astray by bad coordinates. Did you choose a container size on your geocache page? If the container is listed as size not chosen, it might discourage people from searching for your geocache. Get advice from a notable geocache maker in your neighborhood. Attend a Maker Madness event, like you're doing today. And if you're not interested in maintaining the geocache anymore, it's okay to archive your geocache and open up the location to other hiders or even adopt it out to another geocache. Okay, let's talk about some issues. These are courtesy of Ruth. Thank you, Ruth. Preventing water in containers that will contaminate the container, the swag, and the log chute. And one of them is, we talked about the rubber O-ring gasket in the bison tubes. Do not crush it and squeeze it too hard, because they have to be replaced. And somebody said they carry them. Who was it? Was it you? That they have, Tom? I do not have a supply like you do. I don't think many people carry them around. Metal containers are never waterproof, and they rust shut. And I found one at DuPont in a tree by our friend up north, and it was rusted shut 15 feet up in a tree. That was not fun. And then in South Carolina, some Columbia people were putting out a lot of wooden containers. You'll figure out who I'm talking about. They were very cute wooden containers. However, the glue was not waterproof and they disintegrated. Okay. So that's just common sense. Reading the incoming logs for clues of damage. Most finders will tell you in the log if it's wet, if it was bitten by an animal, if the top is missing. Use these clues to tell you when to go and maintain your containers. Reading logs for DNF, did not find. From newbies. Some newbies never use the DNF. Some newbies overuse the DNF due to their inexperience. You want to talk about that, Jim? You just have to take the DNF and decide for yourself if the newbie with 30 fines is inexperienced and it's still there, and you might want to wait a certain period of time, a couple of weeks, to see if somebody else finds it. Then you probably don't have to maintain it.
One fine negates all their DNFs, right?
No. How often do you check your containers? If the container continues to be found, you can pretty much leave it alone. And then after 4 years, forget where it is, like me. Adjusting the location after being muggled. Ask yourself if the original location was the best, or if it should be relocated, or in fact archived. When to use the disabling cache function. Some cache owners use it immediately, and others wait for the second, third, or fourth DNF, and then they maintain it. Some people jump on it immediately. Scoutmaster is very quick about disabling the cache and maintaining it, and other people don't use it enough. When to use owner maintenance. Every time you maintain your cache, use the owner maintenance. When you go to set out a new cache, it automatically tells you how many need maintenance are against your account, so you should pretty much take care of that immediately before you put out more containers. And when to use archive. When the container's been muggled too many times. Maintaining other people's caches. You must be careful here, as some cache owners don't want you to maintain their caches, while other cache owners are more than happy that you have maintained it for you. So that's your own judgment. Hiding other people's caches back after you found them. Caches should not be re-hidden harder than found, as some people do. It is not your responsibility to re-hide a difficulty 1.5 to a difficulty 3. If it's a difficulty 1.5, don't make it harder. Talk about that? Cache maintenance kits. How much time do I have?
Just a couple more minutes.
This is a cache maintenance kit, Dr. B's cache repair kit. I won't take it apart. What's in here? There's a flashlight, there's a pocket knife, there's extra logs, there's plastic bags. Help me.
Velcro.
There's 2 log books.
Don't think that has to be right.
Right, there's pencils and tablets.
2 pencils, there's 2 tablets for bigger logs. It really is very, very handy. My wife gave me this and I have never used it. I carry a whole bunch of stuff with me nowadays. But she was very thoughtful and gave it to me. It's fully intact. Someday I'll use it, maybe. Questions, comments?
Yeah.
Cache maintenance. Good, thank you.